Guys, right off the bat, I don't care where you get this from, go to Muzzy, go to Bowfishing Extreme, and get the blow up chart for the Muzzy XD. This will save you a lot of grief from, you know, what order the drag plates go in to all the terminologies, everything's called. This is my Bible, okay? This is why I know what I know, because of this chart right here. So get this first before you continue the video. Hi guys, I've seen some of you guys struggling with your Muzzy XD, so I was just going to give you a few little advanced tips on how to fix and tune your Muzzy. Most everything you're going to need to tune is going to be right here in the back of it, so go ahead and take your hood off the back, and I'll just go ahead and show you if you forgot. Here's some of the tools, like, you know, I use all the time. Small Phillips head, a small and a large flat nose. The 5/16 wrench is for tightening the handle, and then a good pair of needle nose pliers. But go ahead and take a screw out of the bottom. You're going to give it just a 1/4 inch turn or so, and the back cap will come right off. Now, I have already rebuilt this reel. As you can see, I've got white lithium grease in quite a few places, but this little metal bar right here, that's your AR pawl, your anti-reverse pawl, okay? And here's what it looks like when it's not in the reel. Okay, all it is just a little stainless steel piece of metal, but it rides right along these teeth, and there's 2 brass washers in here. You want to make sure they're on the right side of the pawl when the paw's in place. That makes the paw ride on the wall, if you will, of the main gear, and you want it to be able to touch and grab every tooth. You know, wiggle your reel and check and make sure. Okay, if you got your drag too tight and all of a sudden you got a lot of pressure in reverse on this reel, and you don't have the washers spaced on this side, that tiger paw or AR paw will wedge in between this plate and spring, and in between the anti-reverse teeth, and when that happens, it will just bend this plate and the reel will be able to spin in reverse. So always make sure that you've got both your brass washers on the right side. Some of them are a little tighter than this one, but you know, it's lining up where it needs to be. Now, shimming your reel. Okay, just real quick, these are the shims. These are main gear shims, and as you can see, there's nothing to them. They are about the thickness of a piece of paper. Okay, and it doesn't look like much, but I'm here to tell you it will make a big difference in how your reel works. Now, right here in this gap right here is where you're going to be putting these main shims. Now, to do this, you're going to have to take the main gear almost all the way out, if not completely out. But take these screws and take off your 2 black bushing retainers. And here's one. Here's what it looks like. See, it's got a notch in it right in the center, and that notch rides right in the center of the main gear bushing. Now, it's a little brass bushing, but I'll put it right here so you can imagine it's underneath this this bushing retainer. Okay, and the main gear looks like this. So here's your bushing and your bushing retainer. That's what it all looks like, you know, apart. But you're going to put your main shims right here in this area to push your main over to the left just slightly to be able to grab this pinion gear in here nice and tight. Now, as you can see, there's not a lot of play in there. I can turn that back and forth, and I can feel just the slightest bit of tension in there, and that's what I want. I mean, it's nice to have a reel that's smooth and fast and loose, but the looser it is, the more this main can walk right and left. Now, as you can see, I can't push that right or left any at all because I've taken all the play out of it by shimming it. So since there's no play in here, there's no chance that the main is going to jump a tooth on the pinion gear, and it ensures that our AR paw will ride right in line with our anti-reverse teeth. That way, every time we let go of it, she's going to lock down, and the main gear itself will stay solid and will not reverse. Now, do not over tighten your drag, guys. I'm telling you this for a reason. The more you tighten your drag, the more tension you put on all these parts back here. You guys have heard of breaking main gears, and I mean, we shear the teeth on them all the time. But right in here, see this little shiny lip comes around here. On the original main gears, this was not here. Okay, and from run to run, they will vary. As you can see, this one on the right is tapered and a little bit beefier than this one on the left. But these are both replacement main gears. Now, I mean, these are strong. The originals did not have this piece, and your main gears would break right here. It was the weakest point, and that's where they would break. But all those problems have been fixed now, and you know, if you put in a main gear and you shim it right, it's going to last for a long time. But I will say, make sure you put in some white lithium grease on all the moving parts. That'll last just a little bit longer. Guys, that's the main deal. Make sure the play is out of your handle shaft. Make sure that your main gear has been shimmed over tight to your pinion, and make sure your AR paw is riding in line with the teeth or up against the face or the back of the main gear there. That's all there is to tuning one of these and making sure that it runs right. They'll last for a long time if you do that. Now, one other thing, and this is usually overlooked quite a bit. Of course, you guys all know what a pickup pin looks like, and these pickup pins can come out. I mean, you can grab it and spin it, but all that is right in there is a nail, more or less, that is driven into this plastic, and it will work out. But this little plastic piece right here, that little plastic washer, that's your carrier roller. Now, your carrier roller is, of course, it's underneath the hood and underneath the rotator assembly. But that carrier roller, if it gets a flat spot in it, your reel won't engage properly. So when you take your reel apart and you're, getting ready this time of year for the long season, look at your carrier roller and make sure it's not flat spotted. If it's flat spotted in one spot, replace it. Okay, I mean, that's a 10-cent item right there, and it's going to save you a lot of grief, and your reel's going to last longer if you replace these. Guys, I hope that helps you. Shoot some fish for me. I'm still building a boat.